Welcome, adventurer, to the Geek English Podcast and Tavern. I am Mr. Oldfire, and here you can practice your English listening skills through topics you love. In every video, we'll dive into familiar and exciting nerdy topics, helping you improve your listening while you enjoy the content. We'll break it down so you can pick up new vocabulary and sharpen your understanding of English. Today is the third episode of the Tolkien series, and we're going to listen to conversation about another race from Tolkien's universe, the Elves. So, if you want to practice listening in a fun way, grab a seat at the bar, ask for your hydromel, plug in your earphones, and let's explore the world of nerd culture while learning English.
Arthur! I've been reading so much about the elves lately, and I have to say, they are truly fascinating.
That's great to hear, Alicia. The elves are one of the most intriguing and complex races in Middle-earth. Since you've been diving into their lore, how about presenting a seminar about them?
Oh, I'd love to. There's so much to cover. Where should I start?
Let's begin with their language. What have you learned about how elves communicate?
Elves have an incredibly rich linguistic history. Their primary languages are Quenya and Sindarin. Quenya is the more ancient and formal language, often used in poetry and rituals, while Sindarin is the everyday spoken language among most elves. Their writing is elegant, using scripts like Tengwar and Surth, which add to the beauty and mystery of their culture.
That's impressive. Their language truly reflects their deep connection to art and wisdom. Speaking of art, what about their architecture?
Elven architecture is breathtaking. Their cities blend seamlessly with nature, using elegant, curved structures that feel almost organic. Rivendell, the home of Elrond, is a perfect example, filled with cascading waterfalls, arching bridges, and buildings that seem to flow with the landscape. Lothlorien, ruled by Galadriel, is another masterpiece, where the elves live in massive trees, crafting golden platforms and spiral staircases among the branches.
Beautifully described. Their homes truly reflect their harmony with nature. Now, let's move on to their history. Can you summarize some key events?
Absolutely. The elves were the firstborn race of Middle-earth, awakening before men and dwarves. They traveled to Valinor, the land of the gods, where they gained immense knowledge and skill. However, some elves, like Fëanor and his followers, rebelled and returned to Middle-earth to recover the stolen Silmarils, leading to great wars and tragedies. Over time, many elves either perished in battle or sailed west, leaving Middle-earth behind.
Elves have witnessed the rise and fall of entire civilizations. What about their leaders? Who stands out the most?
There are many legendary elven leaders. Elrond is a wise and powerful figure, known for offering refuge and guidance. Galadriel is incredibly strong, possessing deep wisdom and a mystical aura. Then, there's Thranduil, the Elven King of Mirkwood, who rules with pride and authority. And, of course, we can't forget Fëanor, the fiery creator of the Silmarils, whose actions shaped much of Elven history.
Their leaders have definitely left a lasting legacy. Now, what about the Rings of Power?
The elves forged 3 rings of power, Vilya, Nenya, and Narya, crafted by Celebrimbor without Sauron's direct influence. These rings helped preserve their lands, slowing decay and maintaining beauty. Vilya, the Ring of Air, was wielded by Elrond. Nenya, the Ring of Water, was in Galadriel's care, and Narya, the Ring of Fire, was eventually given to Gandalf. Unlike the other rings, these 3 remained free from Sauron's corruption, but they still lost their power when the One Ring was destroyed.
And what about their long lives? What makes elves so different from other races?
Elves are immortal, they don't age like humans, and only die in battle or from deep sorrow. They can live for thousands of years, gaining immense wisdom and experience. However, their immortality is a double-edged sword. They witness endless wars, lose loved ones, and see the world change while they remain. That's why many elves eventually sail to Valinor, seeking peace after centuries of struggle.
That's an interesting perspective. Now, how are elves connected to Bilbo's journey?
Bilbo encounters the elves several times. In The Hobbit, he meets the Elves of Rivendell, who guide him and his companions. Later, he's imprisoned by Thranduil's elves in Mirkwood, but cleverly escapes. As he ages, he finds solace in Rivendell, and in the Lord of the Rings he sails with the elves to Valinor, escaping the burdens of mortality.
Elves play a crucial role in Middle-earth's history and in Bilbo's own adventure. So, Alicia, what's our next topic of study?
I think we could explore the mighty men of Middle-earth, their kingdoms, their great heroes, and their place in history.
I've seen this bitter end, as I've foreseen the storm. Rise, you'll see the dark. As I have seen it, it will come.
That was old.
What? What was this?
It's an old song. It reflects the sadness and resignation of the elves in the face of Middle-earth's inevitable fate, capturing the feeling of farewell from the Eldar as they depart for the west.
So Mr. Oldfire attacks again with his knowledge.
He knows much more than you can imagine, little girl.
Thank you, my friend. I want to see what comes next. Keep studying, Alicia.
Sure. You can count on it. I have to go. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
So, that was our third talk in the tavern. And now we all know about the elves and their rings. If you feel like you exercised your listening skills and learned new vocabulary, come back another time. We all will be happy to share more conversations, drink a bit, and spend time together. See you next time.